say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The fight is over. Lonely man from nowhere, his face all out of pain. He lost his daughter long ago, his wife 2 years ago today. Makes his rounds of clockwork, baby bag in his hand. Coming back from the liquor store, time and time again. Every day's closer to free. Just another shot of whiskey, it's just enough to kill the man. It's just another shot of whiskey, Lord, he's riding the southbound train. The southbound train. 15 years together, built a family and a home. Lately she's been going places she's never really been before. His heart feels like it might stop beating at times. Praise it does. So he won't have to hear the truth. Woman that he loves.
All right, welcome back to the Convention Center, Court 4, Minneapolis, Minnesota. January Thaw Volume.
Side over the left pin, up off the block here, and Spoladero diving across the floor to get that one, unable to bring it back up. At the stripe for Dynasty is Ava Moffett, wearing number 6. Picked up here by Miedema. The back set, Spoladero to Torve, the block right there. And that was Kearney Fulmer, I believe, getting the best of that block anyway, the most of it. Generally, if 2 players go up, they give you each a half. It's considered that they share the block, but in that case, I think Fulmer had the most of that one. And Miedema backs away from this smartly, so it is out. That will bring Izzy Torve. I'm not going to get that in my head today. It's going to go back and forth. You're going to have to put up with that. The right-hander puts it in play, and it is wide left for Izzy Torve. Substitutions on the Dynasty side. Vanderbeek in the match. The libero to serve here. Good pickup. Sent over, Libero's there to get it for Dynasty. The backside over the right side, the attack, but Miedema there to pick this one up. Torvey pushes this high out to the outside to Spoladero. Block sends it back. Casey able to get that one back up. Taylor out of the back row here. Pushed over in the middle attack for Dynasty. I believe that was Vanderbeek out of that middle.
Dynasty starting really strong, Jim, obviously with a 4-point advantage, but hitting on all cylinders here. Come into this match 0-2.
Carly Hain is the libero with this lime green jersey on. Torby sends this over the roll shot by Spoladoro, causes chaos. Players all over the court here for Dynasty. Torby into the middle, that quick attack that worked so well in the second match today for Deckers, and this one does not make it over for Dynasty.
Four lights down here, early set number 2, or excuse me, set 1, match 3. Gotta get my head dialed in here.
Bella Rushing, the Northfield product, at the line. Oh, and it's an ace for Bella Rushing.
Good start on the service stripe for Bella. She's gone to the red jersey. Molly Klembarski, libero for this third match.
Little chaos on the floor here for Dynasty.
Good bounce back from Lights to tie this thing up at 4. We got a brand new match racing to 21 this time. Excuse me, Dynasty came out really strong. A couple scrappy plays by Lights have turned the tables here.
Rushing sends it over. Back set, right side attack, right through the block. Rushing gets a hand on it, but that one was coming with a little extra fire from that right side for Dynasty as they have more substitutions coming in here. Katie Putzier in the match, and serving is Madeline Otis. Miedema picks this up for Lights, over to Spoladoro on the right side, up off the block. Libero there to get it, and and again a shot from that right side. Looking for a spot back there.
Torby looking for the deep one, just a little bit long, a little bit wide. Good idea, just not successful.
Otis continues at the stripe, and the net gets in the way of that one, so point Lights. Early goings here in set 1. Nobody establishing anything solid in the first set here yet, and Deckers puts over a good serve here. And that one, I pushed it the wrong way, but it did save
protected the
board.
equipment. That was right into.
Now I got the other two fingers tweaked a little. I'm going to be sore in the morning just dodging balls here.
Right into the Mineral Springs Brewery broadcast booth.
All right, just a little long there for Deckers. And it is 7 serving 6 in favor of Dynasty, and that brings Delaney Cahill to the line. Puts the serve into play. Rushing's there to pick this one up. Quickly into Osnick, and
lines judge ruled it in. Overruled by the R1. That is a really tough overrule, Jim. She is all the way across the court. Clearly she got a good view of it.
I think it was out. I think it's the right call. And
well, the volleyball gods may disagree with you.
It's going to bring Macy Spoladoro to the line. 7 serving 8. The right-hander puts it over, picked up here by Dynasty. Bump set, and they roll shot this over. Klembarski there to pick it up. That gap set for Grosnick is just a little bit long.
Grosnick looking to go off the high hands there and establish a touch. No touch there. Point. Dynasty.
Vanderbeek wearing number 13 at the line for Dynasty here. Quick set into the middle, up over the block, and Grosnick attempting to smash that over. The block sends it back. Same here. What are we going to get here?
Off the antenna.
Off the antenna.
Torby tries to go up the left hand and bring it back, but nicks the antenna. That's out of play.
Vanderbeek will continue at the stripe here. The right-hander puts it in play. Picked up nicely there by Miedema. And a nice swing for Izzy Torby.
Torby keeps that one tight to the net, goes to the right of the block, and is able to land that one into the shallow 5. Excellent shot by Torby.
It's going to bring Taylor Miedema to the stripe here. The Southwest Christian product puts the ball into play. Good serve. Pushed over to the left pin here for Dynasty, and a nice attack, but a great pickup for Torby. She wants the ball back, goes back to her, off the block, but they cover it. Bump set by the libero over to the left side, up over the block, drops into the campfire.
Nice campfire shot by the left side attacker. Roll shot over the high block. Dynasty maintaining a 3-point margin here.
Emily Jones at the stripe for Dynasty. Oh, and Miedema diving back to try to get a hand on that one. Jones with a good serve for Dynasty. She will continue at the stripe here. Another one right at Klimbarski, the libero in this match for your Lights. Grosnick not able to get that one where she wanted it.
Yeah, good action there. Good pass, good sets. Grosnick trying to get over top, just a little into the net.
Klimbarski, the bump set over to Torvey. Dynasty opening up a little bit of a gap here.
6-point margin. Looks like timeout coming, Lights. Thinking about it. There it is. Timeout, Lights down 6 here in set number 1. Match 3. We're going to step aside for a moment. We'll give you a little sampler of Chad Johnson music. This one's called What We've Become. Thank you, Chad Johnson music. Back underway on court 4.
Emily Jones again puts this right at Klimbarski. This time
Spoladoro takes matters into her own hands there. I don't know that they talked about that during the intermission, during the timeout, but a good move by Spoladoro. Sneaky little play.
It works.
Scores.
We'll take it. Klimbarski, Ace Klimbarski here to our left with the serve. Into the middle. That was Fulmer. Block sends it back. This one is tipped up off the block. Point Dynasty. Ball bouncing around the floor here. Finally gets back to Chapman. Carson Chapman, who will have the serve here for Dynasty, puts this over and in a tough spot there in the 5-6 seam. Chapman will continue at the line. Miedema there to pick this one up. Spoladoro quick into the middle. Deckers, they cover it. Go to the left pin. Klimbarski there. Spoladoro to the Miedema out of the back row. The roll shot, but covered. Back and forth, long rally here. Who's going to get this one? Left side attack. And the block gets a piece of it, but it rolls down on the wrong side of the net.
Tough start for Lights here. Going to have to dig deep. Down 8.
Chapman continues at the line. Klimbarski with a good pass here. Back set over to Torby. Spins that off the block. The defense covers it. They're going to just fist this one over here. And a little bit of play at the net there. And that is also a point for Dynasty. And they are getting away with doubling up your Lights squad here.
Miscommunication between setter and hitter there. Deckers was in the A gap. Spoladoro was at the B.
Torby with the attack. Dynasty over to the left pin again. Miedema's there. Pushed all the way over to Hagen. Block sends it back. Lights reloads. You're looking for a spot in the 1, and they find it.
Klimbarski with the bump kill, scoring. Gets Lights to double digit. They got a long way to go here. Down 8 in set number 1. Winner looking to get to gold.
Torvey sends it over. Libero picks it up. That's Fulmer for Dynasty. And they are in firm control of set number 1 here. 19 serving 10 for the libero Carly Hain. Right-hander puts it over, picked up by Klimbarski. Quick into that gap set again for Deckers.
Just a little long, Jim. That one looked like it was up and ready to go, and just a half tile long and doubling up again. His Dynasty over the Lights team, 20-10.
Hain continues at the stripe. Klimbarski sent over here by Spoladoro. Right side attack, block sends it back. Covered though by Dynasty. And oh, what a swing there from that right side. Trying to get a number, I think that is Smithheiser. And another timeout here. 21-10 in favor of Dynasty. As they are literally running away with set number 1 here. 22 serving 10 for Hain. Puts it over. Hagen there to pick this one up. Torvey, the run through set. Sent over by Deckers. Hain there to pick it up. Left side attack. Spoladoro there to cover it for Lights. Torvey goes the on 2. Dynasty not fooled. They go right side. Up off the block. Klimbarski's there. Torvey going to be free balled over here by Spoladoro. Pushed over to the left pin. It's kind of a gap set as well there, and that's successful for Delaney Cahill. 23 serving 10. Hain still on that service line. Been there a long time. Hagen smartly backs away from that one, and finally that service run of Hain is broken. Gonna bring Bella rushing. She's headed to Juniata College next year to play. Right-hander sends it over. Picked up here by Cahill into the middle. That is Allie Vanderbeek. Goes off the block and directly out to our left. And it is set point. Man, what a fast set and a complete domination at the moment anyway by Dynasty. As this serve moving left to right comes over. Spoladoro saves it. Put over by Klimbarski here. Miedema's there. Goes back to her. Does Torvey. Block, sends it back. Everything going the way of Dynasty here. And a right side attack is picked up by Lights here, and Miedema tries to get this over, and a little tight to the net there, hard to do. And guess what, folks? That is the end of set 1, 25-11.
Yeah, that's another flusher there, Jim. Definitely not the energy we saw in the second match.
No, that's, I don't know how they...
Dynasty coming, just battling hard. Real strong club.
Harnessing that energy is a difficult thing to put your hands around, that's for sure.
Indeed it is. We're going to step aside. Again, our musical sponsor, Chad Johnson Music. This one is It Might Be Time.
Trains leaving on the road. We've all been here before. Make a clean break, for heaven's sake. I've never known love without a little hate. Oh, 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 a little Conrad. Annabelle thinks that I'm a fool. Going to the lake with little brother Jake, holding on tight to a bottle and a stick, living it up with George Strait. But you know it might take time. Something I'm losing my mind. But just hold on tight, one day I'll see the light. But just know, it might take time. I have a friend named Hollywood. He thinks I'm misunderstood. He told me once or twice, you live in paradise. Well, I'm sitting here just fishing on ice. Oh, sipping honey whites. But you know it might take time. Something I'm losing my mind. But just hold on tight, one day I'll see the light. Just know, it might take time. So hold your nose, despite the lows. And we could agree to disagree. Well, that's one thing that I'd like to see. It's time.
All right, Jim, back for set number 2 here. Lights needing this to stay in the gold running.
Emily Jones at the stripe for Dynasty here. And a middle attack there for Lights. They pick it up. Dynasty does not let much hit the floor, at least not very easy. And a right side attack here gets through and pushed back down from the Dynasty side, and they are up 1-0. As we start set number 2, must win for Lights to extend this match. Miedema here picks up the Jones serve, the back set. Torvey sends over a overhead double hand push over. Miedema here with the same set. Torvey, she sends that off the back of her hand and down into zone 5. Well done there, Izzy Torvey.
Izzy Torvey, nice cut shot, nice rolling it down into the deep 5. Good corner shot. I don't know what the discussion here. R2 having a discussion with R1. I don't know if we got a rotation issue or.
I don't know what it might be.
I saw the coach Weber just ask Bella Rushing, do you have any idea what they're talking about? So let's hope no points are taken away. I'm not a great lip reader.
No, me either.
Our statistician here on the floor looking intently. She might be able to read lips a little better, but no, she gives the. Looks like we're smiling over on the Dynasty side. I can't see Torvey's face. I don't know if she's smiling. Okay, now Torvey trots over, wants to talk to the coaches.
They are looking at the lineup card.
Yep.
It has to be something to do with
Looks
that.
like we may be out of rotation. Torvey wants the ball. She's going to come back to serve. I don't see a change in the score. Okay, now R2 heading back over to R1. R2,
wow.
if you'll note the face, R2 actually a former Lights player, 2009. Oh, now Torvey's giving the ball back.
I'm starting to expect we're going to see this.
Or this, or a redone of the score or something. Not sure. Okay, now Torvey's going to come back, get the ball back. R2 is Erica Butte, 2019 Lights player. Dynasty coach not happy. Talking it over at the scores table. I don't know if we'll see a score adjustment or not.
We're not done with this yet.
R2. Oh, I think Dynasty coach might receive a warning. I don't know. This is interesting. Let's see. I can't see the flip chart on the scorers table, so I will react to what I see over here across the way. 1-1 is the score. R1 continues to talk to the captains. Libero Carly Hain for Dynasty.
Interesting.
And setter hitter Izzy Torvey for Lights.
Interestingly, everybody looks to be in a good mood about it. It seems rather odd.
Oh boy, R2, one more trip across to talk to R1. Clearly something rotationally.
Yeah.
I still can't read Izzy's lips as she
We're never
debriefs with the coaching staff.
There it is. A yellow card has been presented to the Dynasty bench.
I'm not exactly sure what for, but he was very adamant about something earlier, so maybe that's it. But nevertheless, I think it's... Nope, we're not going yet. R2 still working with the scores table. I don't know if we're going to see a score adjustment here or not.
That's the interesting thing. If all of this results in nothing changing, then that's the kind of thing that needs to get fixed.
More voice calories gone for us. All right, looks like we're ready to go. Okay, R2 smiling with our coaching staff, and Torby sends it down the line.
Left side attack here for Dynasty. Block gets a piece of that one. The back set here. Over to Spoladoro off the block. Picked up again, left side attack. Block is there, but it rolls down in between and again on the wrong side of the net. So Torby gives it a big punch to roll it across the other side.
Apparently the volleyball gods would say that Dynasty had a legit gripe there. I don't know.
It would certainly appear that way. Ava Moffat doesn't care, wants to play volleyball. Puts the ball in the air here. Torby up over the block. Well done, Ada Deckers.
Excellent hang time by Deckers there. She got up high and just sat there, and as the block retracted, just tipped it over the block. 2-2 early and set 2.
Ace Klembarski at the line.
Appropriately called, Mr. Welbrock.
And that gets the energy going on the sideline here. Maybe this is the catalyst to get the energy up a little bit here for your light squad and have a successful run here in set 2. Spoladoro into the middle again. Deckers a block. That's Fulmer sending that back.
Nice job by Fulmer. Isolation, 1-on-1. Fulmer wins that one. 3-3 here early in set number 2.
And guess who's back at the line? None other than Carly Hain. And this one's drifting right to left as we look at it. But Miedema puts a quick end to the Hain service run here.
Nice strong attack there by Miedema. Torvey brings her inside a little bit, making the block adjust. And Miedema hammers on that one, gets a touch at the net, a touch in the back row for the kill.
Bella Rushing sends over a true knuckleball. The back set here to the right side. Block is there. It hangs on the net cord for just a bit. Hain tries to find a spot for this. Over to Spoladoro, trying to drop it into the campfire. That doesn't work. Here's the on-2 as Dynasty tries the same thing. And then over to Miedema. Off the block and out. Well done.
Good fast tempo set there by Tuve, sending Miedema outside, and she does what she does best. Turns to go down the line. Successful for Black.
Rushing continues at the stripe here. Hain there to pick this one up. Over to the right side, up through the block, but Klembarski there to pick this one up. Torvey over to Miedema, in.
Miedema this time goes deep into the 5, Jim.
Well
She's
done.
a shot maker. We've talked all tournament long about how she progresses through her mental model on where she's going to go, and she 2 in a row there. 1 into the deep 1, 1 into the deep 5.
Well done. Bella Rushing continues at the stripe here, puts it over. Picked up here by Dynasty over to the left side, down the line. Well done, Izzy Torvey to pick that one up. Miedema picked up in the back row here by Dynasty. Hain is going to swing this over on a roll shot. Torvey there in that gap. Grausnick, block sends it back. We'll try left side. Miedema going to go down the line there. It is out.
Curls it just a little bit wide. If we're on the ice surface during curling, she had a little extra spin on her. Sent it outside. Good little run there for Northern Lights. Take the lead 6-4 in set number 2. Very important set, Jim. We'll talk a little bit about that next break.
Madeline Otis puts the ball into play right in the seam there, but Miedema gets this one. Grausnick with a nice swing. And this is a point for Lights as it comes down right on the net strings. Hard to play.
Tough for us to tell on the back row here what
It
side
is.
of the net that was on. It was right at the net, but yes, fell down on the Dynasty side. Point Lights.
Macy Spoladoro to the line, directly to our right, puts over a good serve here. Hain has to jump to her left to pick that up, and this is Putzier with the attack from the left side for Dynasty. They set up here in that gap again. Klembarski with a nice pickup, but again, as it just did for Dynasty, it rolls down the net strings for your Northern Lights. And that will bring Delaney Cahill to the line for Dynasty.
Oh boy, that was
like
a
that
bullet.
Gonna skim over, and it didn't. It just caught it enough to hold
2
it.
inches higher, and that would have been a problem.
So a service error for Dynasty brings Taylor Miedema to the line directly in front of the broadcast position. The right-hander sends it over right in the seam. A little trouble picking that up. And I think maybe that would have gone out right on the line. Play continues here as Grausnick sends this over. Hain is there. Right side attack. Spinning balls that comes through the block. The on-2 attempt for Spoladoro causes chaos. Result is a point for your Northern Lights.
Nice cover there by Hain, but in her effort to get the ball up, it was into the net. Falls down on the Dynasty side. Point Lights, we're working 9-5.
Taylor Miedema with the serve and the overpass. Grausnick, but in the net is called.
Yeah, that's a tough call. That's good eyes out of the R1, Jim, because that ball was right on top of the net, and she put the ball down. Could have been an argument that was the ball, but clearly she was in the net. She's not grousing about that one at all.
Vanderbeek with a tough serve to our left, right on the line.
And there's a monster turnaround right there, Jim. Rather than be 10-5, a quick three-point turn, it's 9-7.
Vanderbeek continues. Hagen there. And that one kind of in the same spot. You find a spot that works, you're going to probably keep going back to it. That's what the pattern typically is. We'll see what she does with this one, but they have tightened up set number 2.
Serve receive, and that was a very smart serve there. Lights changed up their serve receive, brought Grausnick back, and rather than go down the line, Vanderbeek went right at the new serve receiver. Good save. I got pixie dust here, Jim.
Yeah, we're going to need it. This is when you need the pixie dust. 10 serving 9.
Good run there by Dynasty to tighten this thing up, and we are in for a fun finish here.
Sent over, picked up here by Dynasty, pushed over to the right side, kind of swatted over left-handed there. Lights picks this up. Torvey looking for a spot back in the 1, doesn't find it, and a nice swing from the left pin there. Good defense for your Lights squad. The roll shot goes off the back of Fulmer and down for
Great
Lights.
dig by Grausnick there on a strong attack. Spoladoro with the jump set, and then Torvey with the excellent touch off the high hands, off the head to the floor. Point Lights.
Grausnick at the stripe for 18 black here on the right from the left pin. Roll shot over for Dynasty. Sent over here by Torvey. Right side block is there.
Torvey, stuff block, assist Deckers. Well done on our left side against their right hitter. Lights scoring. Block party population 2.
Grausnick continues from the stripe. Picked up there by Cahill. And this is, Point Lights.
Dynasty looking for a touch, hands on head there. Everyone wanting a touch. I didn't see a touch. Looked like a clean swipe out. Coaching staff still giving the R2 a hard time.
And
Volleyball gods say maybe there was a touch.
maybe
I
there
don't
was.
know.
I didn't see anything, but they made sure they hurried up with it to get the play going again before they could complain too much.
Before the challenge flag could be
Yeah, I
thrown.
didn't want to see the challenge flag there because we already had a challenge earlier and that went on way too long. That's going to bring Emily Jones to the stripe here for Dynasty, the right-hander. Puts it over and Miedema backs away from it. wisely so.
Boy, that ball ended up right in my hands, Jim, and I wanted to put some pixie dust on it, but Izzy Torvey came and said, give me that ball, let's go.
Yeah,
good up-tempo pace here.
She'll take care of the pixie dust here, I think. Left side, spins off the block and out.
Off the block, off the deflection, still rolling across court 3. R1 over there is going to send it back. Look out, coach. Nice catch by Spoladoro. That was destined for the back of Joanna Weber's head.
Yeah, no kidding. Chapman with the serve. Great pickup there by Rushing. Sent over by Deckers. Miscommunication on the Dynasty side is an opportunity here out of the back row for Miedema. They pick it up. Hain over to the left side. Block is there. Deckers sends this one back. Right side, we'll try that instead. Miedema says, no, I'm not going to let that hit the floor. Sent over by Spoladoro. Long rally here again. Who's going to get this one? Miedema plays that up nicely. Torvey's right there. Miedema out of the back. Oh, the block for Fulmer right
Fulmer
there.
really keys in on that back row attack. That's the second time she's completely stuff blocked our back row attack. She is dialed in. It's now just a 2-point set here.
Chapman continues. Torvey behind her to Hagen, up over the block. Chapman's there to get it. Oh, Fulmer takes a big swing at it, and it is down.
Decker's in the right position. Just a little more push would have sent that one back over, but good use of the block by Fulmer. Again, changing up serve receive.
They don't waste any time here. Chapman has the ball in the air. Torvey the on two, but not fooled is Jones. And up off the block here on the right side. Opportunity for Lights that has to be sent over there by Rushing. Quickly that gap set.
Good break for Lights there. They had a good opportunity on an overpass, but had to send it back over free as well. Good break to give us the point. 15-13 now. Lights maintaining a 2-point margin.
Klembarski again. Oh, and there it is again. Ace Klembarski comes through for your Northern Lights. The right-hander sends it over, hitting that same spot again down the line there in the one. This one covered by Dynasty. They get it over, but here is Miedema up off hands and unfortunately down on the light side.
Good block there by Dynasty. We've said that a lot today. They're playing the net very well, getting hands on most shots and many of them coming back, right back at us.
Hain with the serve. Let's end this as quick as possible. Torvey, Deckers.
Boy, that middle combination of Vanderbeek and Fulmer all over Northern Lights this match.
It is. 15, serving 16 for Hain. Oh, and that one was moving.
That one
and then
was
the
moving.
net said, no, that's not going to go over. Bang down.
Boy, that's twice now where Dynasty has had a chance to tie things up here midway through set number 2. And the Lights have got a fortunate break to maintain a 2-point margin.
Rushing on the serve. Hain picks it up over to the right side. Oh, my.
Klembarski, a nice move to get a hand on it. Unfortunately, it went straight forward versus up in the air. A good kill from the right side of Dynasty.
Smithheisler. She is playing that right pin very well here for Dynasty. Anybody's set here. 16 serving 17 for Otis as Klembarski is there to pick this one up. Torvey over to Miedema. Almost a collision there, but they keep the ball alive as Dynasty. Sent back over. Grausnick over to Miedema.
No touch. It's long, and we are knotted up, Jim. 17-17 here. We're racing to 8 in set number 2. Critical set for Northern Lights to keep this match alive and their hopes of gold alive.
Otis sends it over. Klembarski is there. Spoladoro looking for a place. Swings it across the court. Torvey, the bump set here from Rushing over to Spoladoro, but picked up there by Chapman. Oh, into the middle quick, sent back by Grausnick. They'll reload. Right side opportunity here for Lights as that did not come over with a lot of steam on it. Miedema makes use of it.
Nice shot, Taylor Miedema, going down the line off the deflection into the net. point Lights. They maintain the lead, and the important lead here. Spoladoro back to serve, 1 point advantage. Set number 2, match 3, day 2 of the January Thaw.
Spoladoro puts the ball into play, and it is just long out of zone 6. That's going to bring Delaney Cahill to the line for Dynasty. Sends it over. Rushing was a good hard serve. Good pickup there by Rushing. Pushed over by Miedema. Over the left pin here. Up over the block. Spoladoro has to crash almost into the standard to pick this one up. Hain, the bump set up over on the left side attack. Klimbarski there to handle it. Miedema down.
Nice shot, Taylor Miedema again, having success down the line. She earns her way back to the service stripe. Lights maintaining the 1 point advantage, 19-18.
Miedema puts the ball into play. Oh, right down that line again. They pick it up though. Dynasty left in attack. Miedema there to get this one. Spoladoro the bump set over to Torvey. And they dive on the ground to bring this one up. Rolled over by Hain. Picked up by... Okay, that kind of threw me for a loop there.
Yeah, that was picked up by Hagen, sent it into the bench. And we have the root beer point, Jim, but I'm reacting a bit to a setter jumping and hitting. We heard this earlier today.
Libero.
Excuse me, libero.
I saw you move over there, and it immediately got me thinking about that rule, and I lost the rest of the play.
Yeah.
We'll get back on here. It is root beer point. Who's going to get this thing? And a nice save there for Miedema. Sent back over. They'll reload here into the middle as Fulmer. And Dynasty takes the root beer point.
Yeah, Jim, we had a conversation earlier, match number 1, Dynasty against Spiketown, and the libero left her feet to attack even from the back row, and it was called.
All right, here we got Torvey. She's had enough of that and spins this one off the block.
I can
Well
see
done.
clearly, Jim, 20/20 vision off that Torvey attack, and we're racing to 5.
Grousnick at the stripe for Lights. Sends it over. Good serve there. Hain there to pick this one up. Into the middle. Fulmer. Wow.
Middle attack been devastating. Middle play has been devastating for Dynasty this entire match. They stay on top of the bubble. 21-20. Dynasty leading here. We've got Spiketown, in theory, cheering for Dynasty here, because I think a Dynasty victory sends Spiketown to the gold bracket.
Jones picked up by Miedema. Into the middle is Deckers.
Oh.
Rushing sends this over. Gets a kill.
Boy, we are back and forth here, back and forth, 21-21. Torvey back to serve. All important, set number 2.
Ball's in the air. Picked up here by Jones. No, that's Jones. Over to the left side. Rushing. That one is going to end up on court 3.
Rolling through court 3, heading towards court 2. And again, Dynasty staying on top of the bubble, 22-21. Dynasty leads.
Moffitt at the stripe. Puts it over. Rushing is there to pick this one up. Torvey, the bump set. Over to Spoladoro. Hain there to get it for Dynasty over to the left side. Block is there. Deckers gets a hand on that one. Torvey watches that ball fall right in front of her.
I don't think Torvey watched the ball. I think Torvey coached the ball to get just outside of the white line.
Maybe I saw a meme where they showed Taylor Swift hits her head above the Bills end zone blowing that kick out. Maybe that's what she was doing here.
Deuce is wild here on court 4.
Left side. Torvey there to pick this one up. The bump set from Rushing over to Spoladoro and a nice swing.
Oh, wow.
Hain is going to roll this over. She did stay on her feet that time, so I think that's more of a legal play, but I can't wait to read that rule tonight. Over to the right side here, and that's a kill for Smith-Heisler.
Important point for Dynasty there. They stay on top of the bubble, 23-22, Jim. waning points of set number 2. Down the stretch they come.
Hain at the stripe. She has hurt your light squad. Let's see how quickly we can get her off the stripe. Miedema there to pick this one up. Spoladoro looking for a touch.
Looking for a touch. No touch called, and here we go. Set point. Checking if we have a timeout. I think Weber wants to call timeout.
Yeah, there it is.
And there's the timeout. We'll go to the timeout. Jim, I wanted to mention earlier than this, but my belief, and I'm no statistician, no mathematician, I don't make volleyball rules, nor do I do brackets. My belief here is if we could somehow pull set number 2 out, that alone would send us to the gold bracket.
Okay, because you talk about winning in 2 and losing in 3.
Correct. And so there would be 3 teams with 1 and 2 records, and every match so far has been a 2-setter. So I believe even if we were to lose, now I think we can pull this one out and win the third, but even if we were to lose, if we could get to a third set, I believe we would go to gold on set percentage. Now, again, I don't make the tie-breaking rules. It's possible they'd want to play a tiebreaker set, but
rushing here
we'll
with
see.
the Hain serve, receive. Miedema with a great swing. An
one
aggressive
match
swing.
point avoided.
Wow.
Yeah, it's possible gold bracket they play a playoff set, so maybe I have it completely and utterly wrong, but
We'll hang on that.
let's just win and earn our way to gold.
There's always that. Rushing sends the ball over. Hain there to pick this one up. Over to the left pin. Up off the block. Klembarski has to dive to get it. Over to Miedema down the line there. Got a ball rolling in, but it's saved before it can cause a problem. Right side attack block sends this one back. The back set, they're going to do it again. Klembarski there to pick this one up. Torvey sends it over. Hain there. Oh, she set
that's
that
trouble.
way out of here. And we are knotted in extra points, folks.
Volleyball's version of overtime upon us, 24-24. My heart's a racing.
Oh, that
Jim,
was
I don't know.
that was a wild point. That was awesome. And a timeout.
Timeout called. Dynasty. And again, I'm going to retract my previous statement because I think there is a clause for gold bracket. You play the extra set rather than go set percentage. But how about, Jim, we get 2 in a row here to get to a third set?
I think that would be the way to go.
And the lost water bottle has been found exactly where you said it was, hanging on the tripod hook.
That's good. Dynasty first here back on the court. Your light squad following them quickly, and Bella Rushing is ready. The right-hander puts it in play, and it's a good serve. Back set here to Smith-Heisler. And they're going to go left side this time, and that is an attack error for Dynasty. Puts your light squad up 1. We go to rally. We go to tennis scoring, so it's advantage lights. Let's go with that. And another good serve here from Rushing. Pushed over to the left side, up and off the block. And Rushing and Klembarski both going for that and unable to get the second contact.
Great touch by Klembarski there, but not enough to keep control of it. And so each team now has had a set point defended by the other squad. We'll bring Otis in to serve. Knotted at deuce.
Right-hander puts it in play. Klembarski there to pick it up. Torvey over to Miedema, and trouble. Haim has to dive, can't bring it back up. Advantage lights.
Miedema scores for Lights. That puts the score at 26-25. And look at this, number 26 on the hook for set number 2.
Macy Spoladoro puts the ball into play. Picked up there by Cahill. Pushed over to the left side. Up, off, over the block.
Come on, Taylor.
Miedema. They cover it. It's coming back. Rushing is there with a good pass. Spoladoro over to Miedema. Tools the block, and the set has been captured. For
Dynasty's trying to call no touch there. I don't know how the ball takes a direct left turn and heads into the bench area without a touch, but nonetheless, Northern Lights.
He's soon gonna get a, what's the next color, red?
I don't know.
We get an orange card? No, there's no orange. It's
Yeah,
yellow and then
this
red.
score's in the book. I don't know what we're doing here. But
she is off the stand to, I think, send the message of we're not going to argue about this, like we did the other thing, whatever that thing was.
all right, well,
And, we're
but
done
she
here.
nodded after that conversation, so she's clearly not too upset. But I think we're in the books here. I see that flip chart has gone to 0-0.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
28-25 is not the right score. This one finished at 27-25. I can't reset that anymore, so apologies for that. Ignore what you see on the screen. 27-25, your set 2 victory for Northern Lights. Now, Jim, I hate to hypothesize when I don't know what I'm talking about, but if for the big tournaments, I think there is a clause that if there's a tie, they want to play one set playoffs for gold only. Now, at this being the January Thaw, you would think, well, probably not. Let's just do set percentages. But at the 18s level, this is a qualifier.
True.
So my expectation is that if teams were to tie, they'd play it out. So I do not believe your light squad is yet in gold.
Okay.
We are going to race to 15.
Yeah, the easiest thing is just to win the third set.
Is it? I mean,
Believe
you've
that
been
it
around
is.
the game a lot longer than I have, so I'm going to trust you on that
That is
one.
not true.
I'm going to trust you on that one. Maybe our statistician's been busy at work here. I don't know if there's any perspective to be offered.
Okay, testing. Good.
Testing. Welcome to the
Sadly-
program, our statistician, Lindsay Spoladoro.
Yes, thank you. Sadly, I closed set 2 already, and then I'm working on setting up set 3, and I can't get out of it without saving.
Well, yeah, we don't need to
So-
talk about stats. I know you're just having a good time over there. But my
Who
question to
cares?
you is, do you recall from your many playing years, are we in a situation where we're talking about match or set percentage here, or will we play kind of a 1 set to 25 playoff to determine who makes it to the gold bracket?
So that would be a great question for a coach, but as a player, really
just
all
keep
you're
playing.
trying to do is win the set, win the point, or win the point first and then win the set. Eventually the match, but yeah, I'm sure that a coach would have better insight about that.
Yeah, let's just, as the all-universe Dr. James D. Welbrock states, just win set 3. All right, well, that was a thriller. I think the heart rate was up for me
That was
for
good.
sure on that one. Good back-and-forth action on both sides of the ball. I think
Yeah,
that was a really cleanly played set.
Yeah, that could have gone either way.
That could have gone either way.
So
Good power volleyball, good defense.
And hopefully-
Rushing needs a refill on the water bottle.
Well, I can see that.
Oh, we got a swap out over there. Stealing Dad's water. Oh, that's Mom. A good, fun set number 2 will bring us to a quick sprint to set number 3.
Yeah. Yep, I think the motto here is
Just win.
It does. It just win.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just win. Those are all good things. I do think mentally it does help to get the first point and
Yeah.
then to make a little run. Even if that gets washed away later, if you can get up 5-1 or 6-1, even if it ends up tied at 7, it just builds that energy. I think you saw that in the second match because we came out so strong in set 1.
I agree, Jim. And I don't know exactly what's going on here, Jim. There's an extended break, and I don't really have a sense. I just saw 2 Lights girls run to the restroom, which typically doesn't happen between sets. The entire Dynasty team was talking to fans, which typically doesn't happen between sets. The R1 is not in the ref stand.
Right, which if they were, I think you'd see a yellow card presented as a delay of game for whoever is messing around the most.
Oh, okay. So here,
we gotta
this
have-
just in, we're protesting the game. So here's an official coming in.
But without replay, what can you protest? They wasn't here
Well,
to see
I
it.
think here's what I think happened. I think there was a rotation thing early, right? The R2 clearly caught some sort of rotation. There was no reset of score, so that's potentially what they could be protesting. Now, that said, it was 1-1 at the time. So, yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. So clearly we have an official protest. So their coach has requested, and this is a normal part of a tournament affair. There are officials that are in an escalated position, and so any sort of protest, they get involved. And so we see here, let me get this on camera. We can see here an external official with his back to us. He's got a headset, you can see, navy pants, dark sweater, talking to the Dynasty Club. So I don't know what the conversation is, but Jim, why don't we do this? Why don't we step away, we'll get some Chad Johnson music, you and I can rest our voices, and we'll be back once this is settled.
County 1876. Grayback rebels trying to run the risk, seeking vengeance for their southern pride. Yeah. Jesse James alone. Right.
You got coaches over there needing the officials to step in to win the set.
Road into town just to take old dames down. Colt 45 strapped across their hips, yeah. JYG etched in the grip, and I often think about when they roll into my town. Will they try to roll the dice? Thinking Minnesota nights. Minnesota nights. Where white dusters 3 walked in the bank, walked out to open sea. They would cry and said, "Don't kill me," but that time life won't open till making helps our hearts with healing. 'Cause I know what I'm meant for, in the place where I belong. Every moment brings me closer to home. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Gonna keep dreaming, each day writing our own book. Chapter by chapter, verse by verse and hook. Lying under that old oak, guitar picking the notes that we wrote. You're the ice cream in my heart, root beer flow. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Right next to yours where I lay my head, all my dreams wrapped with you in this bed. You say I'm life's biggest surprise, and I say likewise. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. Brick by brick and bow by bow, better than the day before. Brick by brick and bow by bow, every day love you more. 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 Every day love you more.
All right, still discussing things here on court number 4. We believe it had to do something with the rotation early on, but we don't know for sure. So, I guess worst case, we could go back and replay set number 2. But I don't know exactly what's going to happen here. Clearly a protest has been called by Dynasty. as we've been talking here off air, you know, it would have been nice to stop this whole thing right away when the protest was raised. Right now, we've just got tremendous emotion all over the place. This is not good for anybody. So I don't know what's going to happen, though.
I've heard of this, but I don't know if I've ever had it happen to one of our teams. I know you have.
So it sounds like we're going to go back to 24-23 and play it again. So I don't know.
Why would? Oh man!
All right, we'll bring in one of the experts here. We got a bunch going on here, Nate. So early in set number 2, it was 1-1, and there was this big hubbub. The R2 was at the R1 desk for back and forth 3 or 4 times. Erica Butte, I think do you recognize that name? Yeah. So she's the R2 coaching Cairo. She was back and forth with one. We ended up playing on. The coach got a yellow card. He's very unhappy. We just played a 27-25 set, so we grounded out. And then after the set, he's lodged an official protest. If we can read lips, the official may have said we're going to go back to 24-23. I don't know why, but can you, given all of your experience, can you help us understand what might be going on?
So, if I understand this correctly, the second set, lights switched liberos.
Yes.
And they questioned it early on, right away.
Sounds right.
And if you have one libero, you can switch that one libero between sets. So that is
within a set.
Oh, not within a match. You can switch.
Okay.
Not within a set.
Okay. I believe we switched in the break. I don't think we started 1-1 and then switched. So yes, we switched liberos.
Yeah, because on the lineup sheet, there's 2 spots for liberos. When you start the game with one libero, they put an X in that second spot. You write the number.
Okay.
Then that box is also crossed out for second and third set. Because if you do one libero, and I don't think that's changed, but you can definitely switch liberos between sets. You can play one set, one libero, second set, switch liberos. Definitely
okay, so
legal.
We just switched back.
So maybe
we got the explanation. Let's get our statistician.
We need more headsets.
On the,
we have.
I'm glad we got all 4 here. That's important.
All right, we'll wait for. Okay. I think we have the explanation. Lindsay, what have you learned?
So there was an incorrect number written down on the lineup at the beginning of the match.
Okay.
Or the set. And it was caught early in the second set, but they kept playing. So basically, now we're replaying the second set's last point, and 2 players have switched jerseys to make sure that now everybody's got the right jersey number according to what was written on the lineup card.
And what was it written on the coach's lineup card or in the scored book?
That was not specified.
So why do we go back to the last set? No, so we're not going back to the last point. The last point was 26-25 lights. It looks like we've gone back to 26-26.
Yeah.
So I don't know how here's the big problem. I don't know how Easy Rails is going to handle this, Jim. Sorry, Nate, go ahead.
My guess, based on what they're doing, my guess is maybe it was written wrong in the lineup sheet and written that same way in the score book, but wasn't officially, quote, officially caught until now. So they can replay like that last point, and they might say, well, auto rotation, so the other team actually got that last point.
Oh.
So you're saying we're going to serve 26-26, and actually Dynasty is going to get the serve.
I think that's what it is. That's my guess. If it was written correctly on the lineup sheet, my guess is then, if it was written wrong in the score book, that it would.
They just let it go.
I think. I'm not positive on that.
So they're saying coach's error on the lineup sheet. And so, therefore, we're going back. We went back to the last point, which was 26-25 lights. Called an auto rotation to make it 26-26. So Dynasty will serve 26-26. Do we have that right?
I think so. But again, I'm not completely positive. That's a total guess.
All right. So
I've seen some weird things.
I can no longer edit the score here. So we're just going to we're going to audible the score. It's 26-26. Ignore what you see on the screen. Dynasty appears to going to serve. The R1 clearly is, as you might expect, frustrated, upset by this whole deal.
So I'm going to bow out. I'm going to go join on the sideline and be a spectator.
Okay.
But
well, thank you for that. One other thing. In this tournament, if there's a three-way tie heading to determine who goes to the gold bracket, will they do a playoff, or do you go to set percentages, or how? What do you know the tiebreakers?
I believe the new rule. They've changed the rule to make it harder to actually have to play off or to avoid that. So now it goes match. It goes match by match win-losses.
Okay.
Then by game win-losses or percentage. And then if there's a tie in that, this is where it gets foggy. I think if it's a tie in that, they might play off, or
Okay.
they might go by points.
Okay.
And there could be a tie in points, which is very rare. So that's
Okay.
where I'm not foggy.
Okay. All right, so we've seen a service ace and a service error. We are now 27-27.
And Taylor Miedema is
Taylor
at the
Miedema
line.
back to serve. Nate, thank you for all your contributions. Appreciate over the years everything, and enjoy this last match.
All right. Again,
Now what?
Now, again, we're... Man, this is
rough stuff. Okay.
I like your theory, though. Just win. Taylor Miedema puts it
drop
in
it.
play. Cahill there into the middle, and that's a throw in my book.
Yeah, this is tough, Jim. You know, Lights had all the momentum, then you take a 15-minute break, but they're just going to have to pull up their socks and dig in here again. Another set point. Dynasty, they lead 28-27.
Vanderbeek picked up here by Klembarski. Over to Torvey, and a little extra zip on that one, but they are going to bring this one back. Two-handed over. Klembarski there. Spoladoro quickly. Torvey two-hands it over, trying to drop it into the donut. That doesn't work. Over to the left pin here. Up over the block. Spoladoro's there. Klembarski over to Torvey, and a big kill for Izzy Torvey.
Second match point staved off by Minnesota Northern Lights. It's 28-28, ladies and gentlemen. Ignore what you see on the screen. Deepest apologies. We don't, long story, but it's 28-28.
Grosnick with the serve. Picked up to the backside, over to the right side, tipped up over the block. Torvey's there. It's going to go back to her. And a big swing and down, and it doesn't get through the net. And it's a four-contact call. Man, I thought it was through the net. Sometimes you just can't see what's going on, and it's now advantage.
29-28 advantage Dynasty.
Katie Putzier at the line for Dynasty, and it's out. Service error, Dynasty. We play on. It's deuce.
29-29 the score. Torvey at the line.
The right-hander puts it into play. Her favorite position down that line, over to the left, up off the block, as sends it back. Out of the back row here, sent over and long. Advantage.
All right.
Lights.
First set point. I did rub some pixie dust on this one, Jim. First set point for Lights. 30-29. Torvey serving.
Right-hander takes aim again down that right line. Looks good. And this one's outside. They have to free ball it over. Klembarski's there. Torvey into the middle. Deckers. We got a net violation. A lift is
lift
called. A lift.
30-30. Back to deuce. 30-30. Deckers called on a lift. Deckers wants a three. Torvey saw it. Let's see. 30-30. Set two.
Moffitt at the line for Dynasty. Puts it over. Miedema there to pick this one up. Torvey pushes it into that gap.
Wow,
That
what a
goes big
dig.
swing, but dug up here by Dynasty. Klembarski's there. Torvey sends this over to the back. That's Hagen with the kill. Hain there to pick it up. Out of the middle is Fulmer.
All right, here we go. Match point again for Dynasty. 31-30. Intense here on court number 4. 31-30, Dynasty.
Moffitt at the stripe for Dynasty. The right-hander puts it in play. Klimbarski right there with a good pass. Torvey out of the back row. Meet him.
And there it is. Dynasty wins 32-30. We would like an explanation on that, but I think Coach Nate gave it to us. We had our scorecard wrong. I don't necessarily agree with how you establish that, but it is what it is.
And what I don't like is that you played that whole set out. It ended a particular way, and then you reverse the clock. You should do your protest immediately then and call for an official to step in and stop the whole match right at that point. That's my opinion.
I agree. Okay, so it's official now. 32-30. Dynasty takes set number 2. They win 2-0. Let's get the field mic off. Let them huddle. Oh, tough turn of events there for your Lights squad. They really had the momentum going there in set number 2, and kind of an artificial lift in morale for Dynasty as they get to replay at the end of second. Not only replay it, but you turn back a point and you start at deuce versus down the set point. The Lights squad doesn't look too disappointed, but I think what this does is it moves us into the silver, moves us into the silver bracket here. I believe we still get the 3rd place finish as I don't know. There's 3 teams now shuffling for the gold bracket. And I think we'll just have to let the officials tie this one up. So you got 3 teams at 1 and 2. Getting to the 3rd set would have been super helpful. So match percentage is equal. If you run around, we're all head-to-head equal. Set points. I haven't seen an update here. And I've lost my internet Wi-Fi, so I can't even look at things. Maybe I'll try to get some help from somebody. Try to get the bracket, but the team finishes 1 and 2. We saw real fun, exciting volleyball in that second match, Jim. We saw a team that was full of energy, full of life, and now a little bit downtrodden.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we're going to get any words, any comments. Oh, okay. So it looks like intel is that there might be a playoff. So maybe this one isn't over yet. Our statistician Lindsay got a word. Lindsay, what did you hear
Apparently
from the bench?
There's a playoff game happening right now.
Now, are we in the playoff game or is it with the others?
Macy's exact words were, "We have a playoff game now."
Okay. Well, I wonder if a coach might shed some insight.
Probably not. Probably not.
How about an assistant coach? Okay, so clearly all that stuff that we talked about results in a playoff. Jim, what do you think about that?
Well, you said there were 3 teams, though. How do you
do
that?
Maybe
Does somebody get a bye?
Well, I seem to remember, we need to talk to somebody smarter than myself, but I do seem to remember that one team, the team with I think maybe the team on top gets a bye, and then the other 2 play 1 set, and then the winner of that will play the team on top. So I think they'll rank them.
Of the 3 or the whole
So they'll
pool?
rank the 3, and they'll use all the percentages and stuff.
Okay.
And the first team gets a bye. And then the other 2 teams play a single set. Maybe, okay, DJ Nate, coach is over there talking to the crowd. Maybe we should send a spy over there to listen in. Yeah, maybe you just pick up the field mic.
Yeah, your spy is sitting under your dad's chair. That's the spy.
Clearly, though, there's a playoff. I don't know if we'll get a player interview. But yeah, we'll try to get some intel for you. Stick with us here.
Wow. I've never seen anything quite this convoluted.
Yep. So we've seen we're trying to do a little listen in.
Oh man.
Testing.
Oh, it works.
All right.
That's where we need.
We're sending a spy over here.
This is where you need the in-ear monitor, and she could hear in what we say.
I think she just needs to be a little bit more obvious. Just yeah, she's not wanting to. Here's what we're trying to do here. We got coaches talking over here. We see DJ Nate over there. You see Coach Joanna, but we're not going to try to eavesdrop. We're just going to go out and play some more volleyball because that's what we came here to do.
Wow.
Maybe we can get a debrief, but so I guess the short answer is stick with us. I am going to shut down the stream eventually and then reset for a new match because this
match
thing got
is
all
over.
balled up.
Well, and it's over.
This one is in fact over. And so we'll go into some quick.
The best thing to do, by the way, is subscribe to the channel, the 24NL 18B channel, and then turn on the notifications. So that's the little bell that shows up so that you are notified when we start a new stream. That's the easiest thing. YouTube will tell you that we are on the air. So there. Now I got the camera pointed at me. That's a wrong side of the lens, folks. I don't want to be on. But yeah, exciting volleyball, if not a bit frustrating for how that process plays out. I don't care for it.
All right, so here are the stats. Let's just run through the stats here. So 3 teams tied at 1 and 2. Set percentage is all the same. Winner of the point percentage would be Dynasty 18 Blue. They are 1.104. Northern Lights comes in second at .8521, and Spiketown 18-1 third at .723. So here's my guess, completely a guess. My guess is that Northern Lights will play Spiketown in a one set 25 point set. Now, I don't see Spiketown anywhere in the building, so that might be a problem. So now maybe that could be a, I don't know if they've left the building with that forfeit, or are we trying to get them back out of the hotel? I don't know, but I believe that Dynasty will get a break. We will play a 25-point set. The winner of our 25-point set will then play Dynasty for a 25-point set, and then that will establish first, 2, 3, and 4. Because again, Kairos is clearly the number 1 seed. 3-0 today, dominated everybody. 1.6667 is their percentage. They didn't drop a set, and so that's what I believe that we're all waiting for here. So I'd say stick with us. Now, wouldn't it be something if we were protesting back? No, I'm joking. No, that's not even funny. I guess that's not funny.
Yeah, what if at some point is there a Supreme Court that you take your case to?
No, I think
that's
that.
A Stein
Whoops.
Barman.
Oh, that's Dan Stein. Dan Stein could call in here and be.
Oh, jeez, I keep bumping the board. Things are falling apart here in the convention center.
You get me off the camera. That's what you need to do.
All right. Well, we're still here's the coaching. Coaching looks like Joanne's giving the debrief to a group of folks, none of which are off. Maybe we could get assistant coach Samantha Cross. No, she's strolling away. I don't know that we'll have a player that wants to. No, I don't have players wanting to help us understand what's going on. Coach Lear's holding court. I see Coach Kunzi Hogue over there with Elise. She's strong 18s2 player for the club.
Yeah, we're soon going to have half the convention center watching us here.
All right. We got some players. We'll pass the time.
Get that thing away
players.
from me. I want to be on the camera.
All right, there's a couple. Let me get this. There we go. All right. Well, we got some high energy here. All right, we're live on the air.
All right.
Izzy,
Yes.
Torvey, Ashley,
We gotta hurry.
Krausnick. I don't know what you
Play.
can say or what you can't say, but what just happened?
That was a mess. Honestly,
It pisses
Yeah.
me off. Sorry.
So where are we at now, though?
Okay,
We're going to
so
play some more?
Basically, everyone, we have 4 sets, 1 and 2 sets lost, supposedly. So sets
That's
are
correct.
even. No one has gone to 3 today. We
Yeah.
have a 3-way tie right now. We're going to play 1 set to 15
to
versus
against
Spiketown.
Spiketown.
Okay.
Piketown. Yep, Piketown.
Spiketown.
Is Spiketown still
Yeah.
in the building?
No.
I haven't seen that.
So they
So
have. I think
they have 15 minutes to get
yeah.
back here.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a set to 15, not
Set
25.
one.
Okay.
Just one.
Like a, yeah, 1 set
And then
to
the
15.
winner will play Dynasty to 15.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Which
All right.
could be us again. Which, okay.
Will be. When
Which
we
will
play
be.
Dynasty
Yes.
again.
It will be us again.
We just need to focus in, bring our energy back, and
Yes,
just
Ashley.
be ready to like attack the day. Like, let's go.
Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
Where did that come out of?
Yep,
Yeah,
21.
wow.
Where did that come
Yeah,
from?
us old men get
I
that
don't know
one.
where you come up with some of the stuff you come up with.
All right, well, ladies, thank you for joining us. What that was a fun match regardless. The
Yeah.
disappointment was you guys had lots of momentum. The long break cooled things off. So, like, we're
Yeah.
going to wash that one aside. More volleyball. It's, hey, this wristband was not free. So
Yeah.
the more
Correct,
volleyball I
correct.
can see with this wristband, the happier I
This
am.
jersey
So,
was not
Yeah.
free either.
None of it was.
all right, well, great battle.
Yeah.
Ashley,
you.
love the comments of get the mojo back, get the energy
Let's
up.
go.
Hopefully you can get out. Spiketown's been kicked back in the hotel for a while, so
Yeah,
I
hopefully
know.
they're like tired and like,
But, like-
but still, we got it. We got it.
Do we get to warm up? Like, do they get to warm up, or do they
I
have to like
don't
come
know.
play? Like, there's so many variables right now,
Yeah.
and I
that's
felt
tough.
so bad for that ref.
She was crying.
She
Yeah,
started
that's
sobbing.
awful.
That
Sure.
was horrible.
That's
The coaches
awful.
were cussing her out on the other side. Like, it was
Oh.
brutal.
yeah.
And the
that's
libero
awful.
thought she like owned the building. I was like, hold on a second. What are you doing?
All right. Well, yeah, it's an unfortunate circumstance. You guys handled it well. You kept your heads
Yeah.
high, focused on volleyball. So,
For sure.
We're excited to get back on the court
all
and play
right.
though.
So,
Good.
thank you for joining us. Thank you for the explanation, and good luck in the next 2 sets to 15.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
All right, there you have it. So here's what we're going to do. As a broadcasting staff, we are going to shut things down for now. I would expect we will be up and running in the next 15 or so minutes. I have to believe Spiketown's got another 10 minutes to get back, or maybe 7. Then they will probably do a warm-up. If it's just these 2 teams again, maybe they will warm up less. But I would expect in 15 minutes or so to be back live on the air. We'll try to start the stream early during warm-up so that you can have a chance to join. But for now, we're going to shut things down, rest our voices.
So again, just before we shut down,
Yeah.
for those of you on YouTube right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know some people don't want to subscribe to anything. Believe me, it's the right thing to do in this case because of the
Nothing
uncertainty.
gets sent out from
No, we're not
any of us.
We're not gonna send you any junk mail or any of that. So hit the subscribe button, and then within that, you have to hit the little bell and hit the bell that says you want all notifications. That's gonna let you know that we have gone live on the air. So I'd recommend that only because of the uncertainty of what's happening here.
All right. Well, so long for now from the Convention Center, court number 4. We're going to shut down for now, and we will join you in 10 to 15 minutes or so. Have a good afternoon.